on Chapman News. Eco-friendly house inspired by California state flower. Find out what the golden poppy has to do with a new home design in Orange County.
Plus, a new housing district in Anaheim will tell you all about the proposals.
And we welcome into our studio a special guest who is part of an organization that empowers young girls. All that and more coming up. Chapman News starts now.
Good afternoon, Orange County. I'm Monica Petruzzelli.
And I'm Nick Vieira, and we welcome you to Chapman News. We start off in Orange, where a driver of a stolen vehicle was arrested in the Outlets of Orange parking lot around 8 p.m. last night, according to the Orange County Register. After a police officer tried to pull the vehicle over, the driver sped off, leading the police on a chase down the 57 and 22 freeways. The drivers exited the freeway and pulled into the shopping center before police pulled him over. No injuries were reported at the scene.
And Orange residents are used to having Old Town Orange District as our downtown, but now Anaheim residents have a downtown area to look forward to. Lauren Nowicki has more with the story.
Located off of State College Boulevard and Catella Avenue in Anaheim, land in Anaheim's Platinum Triangle has sat vacant for almost a decade. This 43-acre plot of land located near Honda Center, Angel Stadium, and Arctic, the new transportation hub, was once destined to become over 10 commercial skyscrapers, until the recession hit and the developer had to step away. Now, a new developer has stepped in with a proposal that Anaheim City Council recently passed to build what will be known as A-Town. This development will no longer include towering skyscrapers, but a mix of retail and residential buildings instead, much like what already lines this region of Anaheim.
The plan that we have today that's been presented by Lennar, who have been great partners through the construction and the planning, through the planning of the Platinum Triangle and A-Town project. The project today is going to be built based on the current housing market and economic climate, and so it's going to be built to successfully meet all of the needs in the environment we have in this region.
The city expects A-Town to be considered the new downtown of Orange County, and while they hope many visitors and tourists come to A-Town, residents in the area are also excited for what it has to offer.
The traffic's going to be super annoying, but there's already so much traffic because of Angel Stadium, so it really won't make that much of a difference. Plus now we have like shops and food, and I'm so down with that.
A-Town will also feature parks and unique spaces for every visitor to enjoy and will be constructed in various phases. City officials also mentioned that they will be breaking ground on the new A-Town by the end of 2015. In Anaheim, I'm Lauren Nowicki, Chapman News.
A-Town will take a few years to complete. For now, they're focusing on the construction of apartments.
As Solar Decathlon is under its way, Team Orange County brought a variety of skills to the table. Reporter Tori Edgar has the story.
4 schools, University of California Irvine, Irvine Valley College, Saddleback City College, and Chapman teamed up to create Team Orange County for the Solar Decathlon competition. The competition is being judged in 10 different categories, some of those being market appeal, communications, home life, and energy balance. The different categories made for different responsibilities. Each student has a role with the house, Casa del Sol.
I also worked with communications. We had to make a website, handle all of the social media, make all these packets that you see. We had to make 50,000 of these.
Students from the 4 different campuses could get involved at any time. From graphic designers to business majors, a variety of students could volunteer. Some of the volunteers decided to give tours at the competition, and for Team Orange County, it seems like that's paying off.
Team Orange County had to facilitate events to demonstrate the house could be lived in.
I designed the landscape as well as designed the dinner party menus and movie night menus. So I was also in charge of cooking all those menus for the dinner party, which is an event we host here to prove the livability of the house.
Students developed a smartphone exhibit for Casa del Sol with an app called Kaliri. When visitors walk through, they can learn more about the features and appliances of the house. For Chapman News, I'm Tori Edgar.
The event is still going on this weekend. Be sure to stop by Irvine today through Sunday to check out Casa del Sol.
And this past week, members of the Orange community gathered in the circle to rally for climate change. Reporter Wolfie Tosh has more on the story.
Ralliers gathered in the Orange Circle Wednesday afternoon to advocate the fact that climate change is not only threatening the way we live today, but more so affecting the way that our grandkids and great-grandkids will have to live 50 years from now.
I'm going to have great-grandchildren someday, and I'm concerned about our great-grandchildren, our great-great-grandchildren, and all the future generations. They're going to be saying exactly what my mom's sign says. What will our grandkids think of us?
Groups from all over the community, such as the Orange County for Climate Action and the Sierra Club, came together and rallied from noon till 1 o'clock, trying to inform people about the dangerous effects of climate change and what could happen if nothing is done to fix it.
Every choice you make, every thought you make has to be, climate change has to be considered, because we're at a point where we've only got a limited amount of time to fix a really huge problem. And we need all the gas, all the oil, all the coal needs to stay in the ground now. Not yesterday, but now.
The Orange County for Climate Action is an alliance of organizations throughout Orange County that work together to address climate change and how it affects individuals, groups, and the communities of Orange County. While around 50 to 70 people showed up to participate in the rally, only a handful of people between the ages of 18 and 25 were there to show their support, which has ralliers such as Chapman student Kelsey Dalzell worried about the future.
It's definitely a bummer that a lot of Chapman students aren't out here. I think that, I'm part of a community that a lot of people do care, and I think it's like a multi-layered issue of us being scared to speak our views. I think there's a lot of criticism of people having a strong view on anything these days. So it's a disappointment, but, I'm here, so that's all that matters.
Well, you heard it here first, Orange. If we're going to make a difference in our world, it's going to have to start with us, the younger generation, to fix what the others messed up. Reporting from Orange, California, I'm Wolfie Tash, Chapman News.
The group's next event will take place on November 29th at the Irvine Spectrum. All events are free and open to the public. And now, broke college students rejoice. Gas prices have hit an all-time low since the beginning of this year. According to public relations manager of OC Auto Club, Jeffrey Spring, gas prices have been dropping an average about 10 cents per week over the past few weeks, with ARCO charging $2.99 per gallon and Shell charging 10 cents less than that. OC residents are rushing to the pump. Spring claims that this price decline is just a part of a cycle that tends to begin in fall with Black Friday. And with Black Friday around the corner, Orange County can look forward to a little extra dough in their pocket.
Coming up, colorful posters line Chapman's campus for a cause. What each color represents, we'll tell you soon.
Plus, community heroes awarded for their service. We talk to the firefighters and officers honored at the Public Safety Gala.
Storms have been moving their way through Southern California this week, and that's going to bring some cooler temperatures for the weekend. You're watching Chapman News. We'll be right back.
Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Take your life to new heights. Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. History, philosophy, peace studies, languages. Study abroad and explore the world. Become a global citizen. The Wilkinson College at Chapman University. Invest your humanity. Lead.
Welcome back to the studio. With us, we have a guest who works to empower young girls to succeed.
Molly Quirk is here in the studio with us to talk about Girls Inc. Thanks so much for being with us here, Molly. Now, first off, can you just tell us what Girls Inc. is?
So Girls Incorporated of Orange County is a nonprofit organization that offers programs for girls kinder through college. And we've actually been in Orange County for over 60 years. We started our first chapter here in 1954. However, the national organization has been around since the very late 1800s. So we have a long history in the United States. We're the oldest girls club in the United States, and we offer kind of unusual programs, in my opinion, that really focus on the whole girl. So we try to get out of what girls receive in school, and we'll do programs on financial literacy, body image, media literacy, as well as STEM, because women are underrepresented in the STEM fields. And we offer those at summer camps every summer, as well as our after-school program in Costa Mesa.
Wow.
Wow, very cool. What has been the effect you've seen on these young girls that have come to Girls Inc.?
Well, I think that the biggest change as far as personal development is really when you start them at a young age and they kind of enter our 12-year pipeline. So we have different programs for different ages, and they're all gender specific. And I think that gender specific programming is very important for girls' self-esteem, confidence, and as they go into their later years, we kind of give them an idea of careers that maybe they wouldn't have considered before they entered our programs. Careers in construction, careers in STEM, as I mentioned before. And in addition to that, many of the girls that we serve are first-generation college students. So we try and help them can navigate all of the FAFSA and the things that they might not have had help with in the home.
So I'm just curious, did you go through the Girls Inc. program, and what do you see as the future for Girls Inc.?
No, I didn't go through a Girls Inc. program, but I absolutely wish I had had it, especially in high school. You're navigating a lot of mixed messaging of kind of who society thinks that you should be. Should I be this stereotype of a woman or this stereotype of a woman? And it, is really encouraging when you have kind of this amazing network of women helping each other to not box each other in. And so I absolutely wish I had had that. I think most people, when they are teens, men and women, have places where they could have had somebody to help them. And then as far as what I see the future of Girls Inc., I think Girls Inc. of Orange County, I can really speak to us specifically. I think we are advancing our programs, growing within our off-site locations. So we also go into schools and offer our programming at the school site directly. Lately, our literacy program has been growing phenomenally, and that is where we help girls with early childhood reading.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, Molly. I know I learned a lot about Girls Inc.
For sure, me too.
Now we move on to...
I gotta say, Monica, I just love driving down the highway and with my wind blowing through my hair in my Kia Soul. What about you, Monica? Do you like cars?
I mean, I have a Prius, but I got to admit I don't know a lot about cars. But our reporter, Sabina, is at the OC Auto Show. Sabina, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, over 500 vehicles are displayed on the show, amongst them the most exotic Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Maseratis, Porsche, Bentleys, you name it. You could also get a sneak peek at concept art and pre-production for future car models. Now, if you want, you can take a passenger seat and learn about the latest tech in 2016 models with dashboard tours, or you can take a driver's seat and test drive over 100 different types of cars. Now, catch is you got to be at least 21 with a valid driver's license to test drive, but even if you're not old enough to take yourself on a spin, there's still family fun from racing simulators to talking robots. Now, I'm here with spokesperson for the OC Auto Show, Dee Dee Tapp, who has been here for so many years. Dee Dee, what's the busiest day of the year of the weekend for the auto show?
Right, it runs Thursday through Sunday, but Saturday is the busiest day. So you're welcome to come anytime, but Saturday is the busiest.
Great, and what separates the OC Auto Show from different types of auto shows offered around the area?
You know, it's really hands-on. You have more than 500 vehicles that you could actually climb in, sit in the front seat, sit in the back seat, really try them on for size. And then more than 100 vehicles you could actually take for a test drive. So everyone's welcome, kids, family, come down, really check them out firsthand.
Great, and what's your favorite car this weekend?
Ooh, that's a hard one for me because I love them all, but I'm actually a big fan of the Hyundai Santa Cruz concept crossover right behind me here. It's amazing. Look into the future of automotive design. May or may not become a future model. Definitely crossovers are hot. Everyone likes to be up high and just, kind of have that sportiness to the car.
And I was told that after test driving, a person is twice as likely to buy the car. So is it okay if I take this one for a spin?
It's all yours.
Awesome, thanks. It runs until Sunday, and tickets are $12 from the Anaheim Convention Center. For Chapman News, I'm Sabina Kashi. Back to you guys in the studio.
That looks so fun. After seeing that, I'm ready to trade in my Prius.
Yeah, same. I gotta turn in my hamster car for a nice little one of those. Sabina, you willing to trade?
And now Chapman was given an early holiday gift this season, a $3 million donation from the William S. and Nancy E. Thompson Foundation to develop the Thompson Policy Institute on Disability and Autism. The institute aims to educate students on autism in an effort to improve the lives of autistic children and adults. According to professors and the new leader of the institute, Don Cardinal, he says there are new discoveries on autism to consider almost daily. The institute will begin its work immediately in Reeves Hall.
Colorful shirts lined campus on Tuesday as part of Chapman University's Clothesline Project. The Clothesline Project is a visual national project that depicts violence in the community. Each shirt color represents a different type of violence. Orange, pink, red, blue, green, black, and purple represent a type of sexual abuse. Gray represents human trafficking, and yellow is domestic violence with white relating to homicide. Many students were welcome to make a t-shirt for their own cause or to support someone that they know. Chapman has been a part of the program since 1995 and has collected over 1,300 shirts. 700 of those shirts have been made by Chapman students, staff, and faculty members.
This is a really important event because especially the t-shirts that have been made by Chapman students, it really brings it to life and makes people realize that this is a problem that affects a lot of their peers. So it just brings it to reality, and it makes it so much more real.
Next up, a scholarship gala put on by Public Safety Leadership and Ethics Institute. Tori Edgar reports.
The International Public Safety Leadership and Ethics Institute awarded 2 retired public safety officials Lifetime Dedication Awards and gave money for a scholarship this past weekend. Ronnie Coleman and Gordon Graham were celebrated for their years of service in firefighting and the California Highway Patrol, respectively. The Institute also teamed up with the Honor Society Phi Theta Kappa to make the gala an effort to raise money for the Richard L. Resurrection Scholarship.
And we were very excited to become a part of that and to collaborate with IPSLE, with Phi Theta Kappa's Leadership Development Studies program. It's been a wonderful win-win-win situation.
The scholarship money goes to 2 recipients enrolled in a 2-year college, hoping to enter the public safety field after graduation.
And I looked up, and my picture was on a big screen. And they said that they had named an endowed scholarship in my name.
The Institute held its 3rd annual scholarship gala this past weekend at the Marconi Car Museum in Tustin. Firefighters, police officers, and their guests could take a tour of the museum before the event began.
All proceeds from the gala went to the scholarship fund. The gala included a dinner and speeches from different influential people in the public safety world, including the dedication speeches for Ronnie Coleman and Gordon Graham.
Thanks, Tori. Panthers, remember to thank your public safety officers for their services.
Monica, I don't know about you, but when I saw the lightning this week, I freaked out and I hid under the covers for the rest of the night.
So did I, and so did my dog, actually. Reporter Darby Brown is standing by in the Weather Center. Darby, what should we expect this weekend?
Well, as of right now, it's just pretty cloudy around here. We have a high of a current temperature of 78 degrees. And it's kind of going to be the theme for the rest of the weekend. In this green area right here, this is where we have most of the moisture, most of the heavy cloud coverage that we are seeing. Our weather producer sent in this shot today of on the 241 towards Riverside. It's pretty cloudy, as you can see. Those clouds are moving out to the desert. And now we can kind of go into why this is happening. So the low pressure systems, they bring around that moisture in the air. They are going to be moving up into San Francisco throughout the week, and then we're going to get those high pressures that are sitting up in Nevada into the week. As of maybe around Tuesday of next week, the temperatures are going to heat up a little bit. As of of right now, we have a current temperature of 79 degrees in Westminster, and it kind of cools off down along the coast with a 75 in San Clemente. Beautiful temperatures for being outside. With that cloud coverage, maybe it's a good day to go for a hike by the beach when it's not going to be quite as sunny. In Santa Barbara, we have 81 degrees, and down along the coast, about the same thing. It's cooling off throughout the coast, and the temperatures are going to be pretty comfortable. We do have some flash floods out in the valleys where we have Palm Springs 91 degrees and Big Bear 65. They're experiencing some flash floods, and in Santa Barbara as well. So watch out for the traffic along there. Moving into our 5-day forecast, we have 81 degrees on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The high is 60, and you'll see that heat up in the next week. So enjoy those cooler temperatures this weekend while you can. That's all I have for you in the Weather Center. I'm going to toss it over to Drew with sports.
Darby. 2 Chapman records were broken in last week's football game. We have those highlights and more coming up on the Best Campus Sports Show.
Odds of becoming an astronaut, 1 in 13,200,000. Odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 576,000. Odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. Odds of bowling a perfect game, 1 in 11,500. Odds of being trapped in an elevator, 1 in 24,528. Odds of catching a ball at a major league game, 1 in 563. Odds of an injury from shaving, 1 in 6,585. Odds of tripping while texting, 1 in 10. Odds of getting cancer in your lifetime, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women.
It's up to us
to change the odds for our generation.
For the ones we love.
For our future.
If you don't like the odds, stand up. Stand up to cancer.
Happen with little or no warning and often occur while you are away from home. Be ready for emergencies by registering your alternate phone numbers, cell phones, and email addresses at alertoc.com. You will receive alerts when an emergency occurs near your workplace or neighborhood.
Welcome back. I'm Drew DeMarco, and you're watching the Best Campus. The 0-3 Panthers traveled to Pomona-Pitzer looking to get their first win. Fast forward to the second quarter with Chapman already down 10-0. In comes sophomore Mac Vale, who finds Sean Myers for a 47-yard bomb. Just a few plays later, finds Sean again in the back of the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown, cutting the Sage Hen lead to just 3. Ethan Weinstein sets up a good field position here for the Chapman offense, which would lead to a Jeremiah McKibbins 3-yard touchdown. The Panthers would take a 14-10 lead right before the half. It wasn't only the offense that helped Chapman, as Connor Larkin would go on here to get one of his 2 interceptions on the day. Mac Vale with his second touchdown pass of the day to Deano Pichot, who would rumble down to the end zone for a 25-yard touchdown, helping Chapman get their first win, 35-13. Here's Coach Bob Owens talking about sophomore quarterback.
Came in and just played outstanding football, and you know, you kind of take it a day at a time, a week at a time, and when we needed a guy to give us a quick shot in the arm, he came off the bench and just was outstanding.
The Panthers travel to Occidental next week to face the Tigers. After last week's win on the road, head coach Bob Owens is now at the top of the Panthers record books. Since his first day in 2006, Coach Owens has led the Panthers to 5 winning seasons, along with their first SCIAC title and NCAA playoff berth. He has a win-loss record of 50-35 with the Panthers and was named the SCIAC Coach of the Year last season thanks to his success. Those 50 wins are the most in Chapman history, which passes former coach Ken Visser's mark of 49. With 5 games left, the Panthers still have a chance at making this their 4th straight winning season. Coach Owens will continue his 10th season as Chapman's winningest head football coach. Senior running back Jeremiah McKibbins had a big part in Chapman's win on Saturday, and his performance is being recognized in multiple ways. Darby Brown has the story.
Chapman's Athlete of the Week is senior running back Jeremiah McKibbins. McKibbins rushed for a total of 79 yards to land him the title of Chapman all-time leading rusher with 2,370 yards in his career.
It's definitely something that I'm going to remember for a long time, and hopefully the record stands for a very long time as well.
McKibbins now has 5 Chapman records under his belt, including most carries in a season, touchdowns in a game, career touchdowns, and yards per game in a single season. However, McKibbins doesn't seem to be satisfied just yet.
The single game record's one I really want, and the single season, single season yards, and single season touchdown. Those are the ones I really, really want.
Added that while working for his personal goals, he's also working towards the ultimate goal of winning the SCIAC championship, which he believes is still in reach. He will continue to work towards those goals on Saturday as the Panthers take on the Occidental Tigers. That's all we have for sports this week. Jay Gill, what's going on in the entertainment world?
Drew, Chapman had a very special guest find his way to our campus this week. We'll talk about who that was coming up, as well as why the movie Pan never found its way to Neverland in the box office. You're watching Chapman News.
Stand up for what's right. Chapman University. Passion, perseverance, teamwork, integrity. Create value in the world. The School of Law at Chapman University. Lead. Follow your dreams. Chapman University. Chemistry, physics, computational science, biology. Start doing research in your first year. Soar to new heights. The Schmidt College of Science at Chapman University. Explore.
Thanks for staying with us. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm a huge Big Bang Theory fan, and when I saw that Kunal Nair of Big Bang Theory was here, I went nuts.
I did too, and I got a chance to meet him, and I was really impressed. He's a very genuine person. Now, our entertainment reporter Justin's here to tell you all about it. Justin?
Thanks, guys. After all the hype and build-up, Big Bang Theory star Kunal Nair finally found his way to Chapman University. In front of a packed crowd filled with Chapman students, Nair talked about his transition into America and what it was like adapting to a new world. The Big Bang Theory actor gave insight and advice to those in attendance about what they could do to take advantage of the life they live. Nair gave first-hand experiences about what he has gone through in his own life and how you just have to give yourself a break sometimes. After he spoke, Nair took the time to pose for pictures with students and gave out free copies of his book, Yes, My Accent is Real. This was surely an event that those in attendance won't soon forget. Now, one of country music's biggest weekends now has its performers all set and ready to go. The Stagecoach Music Festival that takes place at the Empire Polo Club in Indio, California, will run from April 29th until May 1st, and this year there is no shortage of country star power. The lineup that was released last week includes headliners Eric Church, Carrie Underwood, and reigning CMA Entertainer of the Year, Luke Bryan. Other notable performers include Chris Young, up-and-comers Sam Hunt, Dustin Lynch, and everybody's favorite day drinkers, Little Big Town. The 3-day festival will be taking place for the 9th consecutive year, and officials are expecting another sellout crowd, according to the website's early ticket sales. Now, last week, Warner Brothers' film Pan hit theaters, and it did not fare too well in the box office. With a budget upward of $150 million, the movie only grossed $15 million in the opening weekend. And according to EntertainMeReviewer.com, the box office letdown could be in large part due to its poor casting choices and the studio's decision to push the movie back to a fall premiere. Now, many other movies in the past years have stumbled due to these same circumstances. You may recall John Travolta in Battlefield Earth, but more than likely you don't, based on the box office numbers of that debacle. In 2001, Town & Country had a full cast of stars, but lost its audience appeal because of multiple pushbacks. And who could forget The Adventures of Pluto Nash starring Eddie Murphy? That only got $7 million back of its original $100 million budget. Sorry, Eddie, but yikes. Across the county, people are celebrating hashtag Dare to Imagine, an event put on by the U.S. Department of Arts and Culture. The event even came to Chapman. Windsor Chapman University's Cast Coalition of the Artistic Students in Theater took to the piazza, gathering many Chapman students to think about the future, think about what inspires them, and to enjoy artistic expression.
Think about what inspires them and enjoy artistic expression.
Because I think that people get
it's important to think about the future, especially since like on a college campus especially, like we are the future.
Yeah, and it's actually proven to be medically beneficial to kind of break up your monotonous day of like going to class and doing homework with a bit of creative thinking, or how the U.S. Department of Arts and Culture calls it, #radical imagination. It actually increases positive thoughts and decreases negative ones. So it gives an overall actually health benefit when you practice radical imagination.
This is all part of a movement called #DareToImagine, put on by the U.S. Department of Arts and Culture and other organizations across the country.
Department of Arts and Culture, it's an NGO with that name because that moniker is kind of like ironic, because why don't we have federally funded arts just like other countries in the world?
They even had Chapman's famous a cappella group, Simply Vocal, sing some inspiration.
I'm here at the Imagination Station where they have this beautiful board that asks what inspires you. Well, I have my little inspiration right here, Chapman News. Gonna stick that right on there. Reporting from the Piazza, I'm Rebecca Woodruff, Chapman News.
For more information, you can visit www.daretoimagine.us. The event will continue till the 18th of October. And that's all I got here for entertainment. Monica, Nick, back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Justin. Now that's all we have time for today.
But before we head off, I just want to wish my co-anchor Monica a happy 22nd birthday.
Thank you. I'm feeling 22.
In the words of Taylor Swift.
Well, thank you for watching. You can log on to our website, chapmannews.tv, to see all of our episodes, Chapman Newsy bios, and top headlines.
And make sure you also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Chapman News, Twitter and Instagram @Chapman News, and YouTube at youtube.com/Chapman News. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week.